It's time to talk about some hidden gem, lesser known sci-fi books that I just got to read. What's up, beasties? It's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel. I am so glad you are here. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Just want to let you know, you're looking good. You are looking fantastic. You are looking sharp. You're looking like you want to hear about some hidden gem, lesser known sci-fi books that you could sink your teeth into and add to your TBR. Well, guess what? Today's your lucky day, because that's exactly what we're going to do. I've got two books by one author, five authors, two books by one. Anyway, I've got five books, five authors here that I want to share with you. I wanted to keep it smaller. You know, sometimes I have huge stacks of books. And, you know, who needs to hear about that many books? Come on, you know me better than that. Don't you worry. I've got two stacks of books that we're going to go through. You know you love it. Two stacks of books of hidden gems, lesser known sci-fi books that we can get excited about and talk about. Some of these you've probably heard of. Maybe none of them you have. And if that is the case, if I could talk, then that's even better. So grab yourself a cold, thirst-quenching refreshment. I haven't done that for a while, but I was thirsty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy me talking about some underrated, lesser known, hidden gem sci-fi reads. Here we go. All right, first up is a book that I've talked about before that is fantastic. I love it. The author is hilarious, super nice guy. He's on social media. He's awesome. He's on YouTube. And I'm talking about the superhero series, Hybrid Helix, Wistful Ascending. This book is a lot of fun. It deals with our main character, Rohan. Dang it, I don't know. You ever have that? You read a character in your mind and you just see their name. Then you go to say it out loud and you're like, wait, am I saying that right? Anyway, he's freaking cool. He is badass. He's super cool. I shouldn't have said that. I'm about to cut that out. Anyway, he is. He's bad arse. He's very cool. And there's just a lot of fun stuff in this. It's got a lot of heart, a lot of humor. But it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it takes itself just serious enough where it's such a great story. And I've got all the books in the series so far, and I cannot wait to continue on because this was a lot of fun. I love this. This is probably, I'd say, favorite superhero book I've read, and I love it. So I cannot wait to get in the next one. And if you think the superhero on the front looks cool, just wait till you read about the space bears. Yes, that's right, sentient space bears. It's awesome. You should definitely check out Wistful Ascending if you have not yet. Then another book I talked about in a video I made a while ago when I first started of some hidden gem series I wanted to check out in general, not just sci-fi, is Titan Shade by Dan Stout. I mean, look at this cover. Chris McGrath, favorite cover artist. He's awesome. But look at how cool that is. And this is our main character here. He is a detective in Titan Shade, which is a city built in the shade of a dead titan, like a giant, think like Galactus kind of thing. So pretty cool. I did read probably a quarter to a third of this book, and I really like it. And I need to get back to it. I have all three of the trilogy, and I've talked to Dan. He's a super nice guy. He's definitely somebody I talked to and had a cool conversation with when I was just reading books and wasn't doing booktube. So as soon as I finish this first book, he is going to be coming on the channel. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to ask him. He might say no, but he was super nice. And I have this signed. He's a really cool guy, so I look forward to asking him to come on the channel. Shouldn't have said he's going to, but anyway. It's set in Titan Shade. city, sci-fi futuristic city on a different planet, obviously in the shade of a Titan. And it just has some really cool like alien characters that are humans. And he's kind of the typical hardworking, down on your luck, blurs the lines between dirty and good cop doing what he has to do, but wholesome in the end, trying to do the right thing. And he gets partnered up with this alien right here, who they have like these mandibles that when they eat it comes out and like is really gross. And there's a scene where they're eating lunch together, like eating burgers or whatever, and the main character, what is his name? I should say what it is. Oh, he's got such like a, dang it. Hold on. Carter, that's his name. Detective Carter. And he's like, oh gosh, it's so gross watching them eat. And it's just described so well. There's so much humor in it, and it's just so good. He's kind of the laughing joke of the police force, and he gets partnered with this young alien detective that's starting out. So it's a fun, balanced buddy cop thing between how he's kind of sloppy and doesn't do things by the book, and then this alien one wants to do everything by the book. It's very good, and I cannot wait to get back to it. Highly recommend this. Let me know if anyone's read it, because I think it's awesome, and the covers are fire! All right, next up, we have a very fun sounding book as well. It is by Cat Rambo, and it's called You Sexy Thing. I believe in miracles. You sexy thing. Sorry. It's late right now while I'm recording this. Said a curse word and singing and dancing. It's a special video. All right, so this sounds amazing. It's got a former soldier, I think, like a captain, and they have retired. They want to just take it easy. They want to start a restaurant on the ship in space, and they just want to do that. They want to be chill. But this is not a cozy book. They get some other crew, a motley crew of former soldiers and bad people, and aliens and stuff, and they're going to start this restaurant. It's just going to be chill and cozy. But then, of course, they get themselves into the middle of something, and their restaurant gets blown up, I think, and then they're kind of swept off into this bigger story, and it sounds like a lot of fun, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to read it. And it's short books, and I've talked to Cat Rambo. They're super nice, so I'm also excited to maybe eventually have them on the channel too. So, all right, another author I want to check out is Alex White. I first heard about Alex White when I was trying to find stuff like Firefly, and I heard about A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe, so I'm excited to check this out. I love the cover. This looks really cool. So I'm excited about to check this one out. But then, man. So okay, let me tell you, it's similar to Firefly. I mean, it says on the back, "Do you miss Firefly? Do you want it back?" Well, sorry, it's not going to happen. But this book is close. I love that. But it's about a washed-up treasure hunter. That already sounds good. A hotshot racer and a deadly secret society. They're all in a race against time to hunt down the greatest warship ever built. Some think the ship is lost forever. Some think it's been destroyed. Some think it's only a legend. But one thing's for certain. Whoever finds it will hold the fate of the universe in their hands. And treasure that valuable can never stay hidden for long. So it's about a ship crew going to try to find this treasure. It sounds awesome. But then I saw this cover, and then I read about it. I thought it sounded sweet, and I got it. And I didn't even realize it was also by Alex White. It's called August Kitco and the Mechas from Space. Look at that cover, that neon color. I love it. And there's the sequel's coming out, and it's neon green and purple. It looks sweet. It's got another mecha looking thing on the front. And this one is about like a rock star kind of. Humanity thinks it's the end of the world. There's aliens coming to invade and like destroy the world, or meteors maybe. Let me see. Is it? I guess it doesn't really say, but anyway, they know it's the end of the world. Something's happening. They think it's the end of the world. I think it's aliens. So August Kitco, famous musician, rock star, he's doing a concert out on his patio, and people are watching, and he's just jamming out. And then these mechas, like transformer things, come, and they're like, oh, they take him off with them, and they're like, your music can save the world and stop this alien threat. So it's like the good versus the bad, just like Transformers, but with music, and it just sounds sweet. So I cannot wait to check out both of these. Let me know if anybody's read these, because I'm super pumped for both. But this one, the sequel's coming out in November, I think, or something. Or it could be already out. I don't know. But I'm pumped. These sound good. And finally, with this first stack, I'm excited to check out Off Armageddon Reef by David Weber. What's the name of the series? Let's see here. Arc. Shh, hold on, I have to look. This is embarrassing. It's even more embarrassing because it's probably it probably says what the name of it is on book 2, which I have over there, but I don't want to get up. Okay, anyway, this book is a little beat up. As you can see, I would like to eventually find a very nice copy, but this will be a good reading copy. But I actually heard about this from, I should have grabbed his book, but Andy Peliquin, he wrote Darkblade and a lot of other awesome books that I want to check out. But he has a great social media channel. He's really great on there. I'm part of his newsletter too. He's just a cool guy. But he talked about these and pitched them, and I had to buy it right away. And I think I got these on Pango, but this just sounds really cool. So let me read you the tagline on the back. It says, Earth is dead. Humanity is hiding. Invention, progress, change are all forbidden. Now it's time to change all that. The science fiction epic of the decade begins here. So it deals with, maybe it's called Safehold. Something with that. I'll read you just some. It's a long blurb, so I'll just read you some so you get an idea for how sweet this sounds. All right. So dying was the easy part. The Terran Federation Navy fought desperately for over 40 years, but the ruthless species known as the Baba slaughtered the human race's colonies one by one. Now the end has finally come. Earth herself lay under siege by enemy humankind could not defeat. So mankind undertook one last throw of the dice, Operation Ark. Earth's final colonizing expedition was meant to build a new civilization on a planet so distant even the Gbaba it's a G-B-A-B-A. The G could be silent, the first B could be silent. But I think as a reader, I enjoy saying Gbaba, because I think that sounds cool. So even the Gbaba might never find it, and without the high-tech infrastructure whose emissions might betray its location. To protect and conceal this expedition, the Navy's final fleet was prepared to die on the last ship. Lieutenant Commander Nemu Alban volunteered to serve on the flagship of that fleet, knowing that she and everyone else aboard would die, which is exactly what happened. So she was a little surprised to wake up in a cave on a planet called Safehold. She was even more surprised to discover that she'd been dead for 8 centuries, 800 years, and that the fanatic administrators of Operation Ark had used mind control techniques to create a false, brutally suppressive religion in which every single Safeholdian believed, one whose entire purpose was to forbid invention and innovation forever. So it's got some religious themes. And this commander, she wakes up 800 years later, and she's like in like an android body, I think, but it's a male android body, but her subconscious is in it, and she's on this planet, and the people that kind of ran this program to try to save Earth ended up somehow got twisted, and they took all this power, and they've created on this planet like their own religion, and they don't allow any like technology or innovation or inventions or advancement. They just want to be in charge. They want to control the people, and everyone believes them and bows to them. And it's about this commander in this android body, like trying to rally the troops and like figure things out. So it's very cool, very sci-fi, but it also reminds me a little bit of like the stories of post-apocalyptic, where someone wakes up in a bunker and they have supplies and so many things like and I think that's kind of what happens in this. They wake up in this cave and they have some things, and then they have to try to rebuild society and overtake this religious faction. And I have the trilogy, but I think there's a few books, 5 or 6 or something. But I'm pumped to read these. And David Weber also did the Honor Harrington novels, which I never read, but those look kind of cool. But this I definitely want to read ASAP. All right, stack number 2. It's for my friend Robin from Only the Best Fantasy Novels. He always gives me a hard time because the video begins when I'm talking about books I want to read, and the stack is this high, or 2, or 3. And there's just books everywhere. But I love it. That's why I thought, maybe I should do 5. And I'm like, no. I'll do more than that. So here we go. Stack 2. All right. Doesn't matter what order, right? So first up, a book that I got from my good friend, supporter of the channel, an awesome booktuber, an awesome author, just an awesome person, Mike Mullen, The Halley Traveler. First of all, look at this cover. It is beautiful, naked, hardback, awesome. It's Children of the Mars Saga is the name of the series, but this is book 1, and I've read the first couple of chapters, and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend. I can't talk. I highly recommend. Hold on, I know what I need. I need a little beverage, a little drink. Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of sci-fi, I'm very distracted right now. Squirrel. Check out this bookmark that my daughter got for me from the Scholastic Book Fair. It fits perfectly. It's an alien eating a slice of pizza. Yeah. What's going on right now? I don't know. Back to this. This is a lot of fun. It started off really with some good humor and just such a cool concept. Let me tell you what it's about. So, Earth has fallen into chaos, and Mars is a collection of bickering city-states. Chris Halley, an introverted teen, is left bereft of family in an uncaring world. He must navigate through the murky world of Martian smugglers while seeking vengeance for his father's murder. Both are deadly propositions. Like, it sounds cool, right? Well, the beginning was very, like, it starts off like you think, oh, this could be like a funny, cozy book. Like, the father and the son, the main character Chris and his father, they're like running a like a kind of like a cruise line but on Mars, like a ship, like for people, these aliens, to go on and have a good time and have fun, and just some funny, hilarious things happen that Chris and the dad have to deal with, and I just had a lot of fun with it. But then I know from reading the back that it's a very like cool revenge story where you're following the protagonist, and he's in this crazy Martian world trying to figure things out, and I'm super pumped to read it. And Mike's such a great guy. So if you haven't checked out Bald and Balding, his channel, I was recently on it for Creature Creation, and we made the cat pillar, which was a lot of fun. Check that out, and I will definitely be showing you guys. Once he does that, okay, so he has some authors and booktubers come on, content creators, and they make a D&D style creature, and it's a lot of fun. And then he actually sends off everything that we came up with to his artist, and they make a picture of it. So I cannot wait to see the cat pillar. It's gonna be sweet. But anyway, Mike is awesome. Check out this book because it's a lot of fun. And he also has a fantasy series as well that have gorgeous covers, that I have the first one, and I cannot wait to read those too. Mike is awesome. I'll put a link to all these books, but I'll put a link to this book and to his fantasy series in case you want to check them both out. But thank you, Mike. This is awesome. I cannot wait to dive into this and get deeper into this story. But I enjoyed the cozy, fun start. All right, next, this was a total like cover and blurb buy. I have a problem, not that you're surprised, when I go to the bookstore for one book, if a new book comes out or something like that, then I decide to peruse and I end up buying like 7 or 8 more books. You know, it's just what I do. That's what happened to me with this. I bought it. It's called Red Noise by John P. Murphy, and it just sounds really cool. It almost sounds like oh man, like Kill Bill in space, or Falling Down in space. So I'll tell you what it says on the back. It says, call her Jane if you need a name. Just remember, she's not here to make friends. Broke and out of fuel, a Wildcat asteroid miner comes to Station 35 looking to sell her cargo and get back to the life of solitude that she craves. Instead, the cheating thieves who run the place leave her deep in debt. Desperate to get away, she finds herself swept up in a three-way standoff between gangs and crooked cops, forced with the decision to take sides or clean out the Augean stables. She breaks out the grenades. A snarky, grungy, hyperkinetic space romp that reads like a Neil Stephenson novel collided with a VHS copy of A Fistful of Dollars at high speed. Yes, that sounds awesome. That sword looks sweet with the space stars in the background. I mean, that just sounds so fun. Like, I'm pumped. I really want to read this. Let me know if anybody's checked it out yet. All right, next up is I got the first two books in the series because the cover just looked cool, and also it was compared to Firefly, and if it's compared to Firefly, I'm going to buy it immediately. So this is called Cascade Failure. The series is called Ambit's Run. It's by L.M. Sagas. But check that out. You can see the little ragtag group up there on the top. This is their debut novel, and then I have book 2 that came out recently, Gravity Lost. And I'm excited to read it. I'll tell you what it's about. So it says high octane sci-fi blending J.S. Dewey's Divide series. I haven't heard of that. With Firefly. Features a fierce, messy, chaotic space family, vibrant worlds, and an exploration of the many ways to be and not be human. There are only 3 real powers in the spiral. Corporate power of the trust versus union's labor leverage, and between them, the guild tries to keep everyone's hands above the table. It ain't easy. Branded a guild deserter, Jal, that's a cool name, accidentally lands a ride on a guild ship. Helmed by an AI, with a ship's engineer medic who doesn't see much of a difference between the two jobs, and a don't make me shoot you XO, the guild crew of the Ambit is a little different. They're also in over their heads. Responding to a distress call from an abandoned planet, they find a mass grave and a live programmer who knows how it happened. The Trust has plans. This isn't the first dead planet, and it's not going to be the last, unless the crew of the Ambit can stop it. Oh, yeah, that's... One more time, look at that cover. Very cool. It has like a cool like comic style to it. And yeah, this sounds fun. I feel like it's very action, a little gritty, dark, but has some like good humor. Like look at in the chapters, see how there's like a letter that's falling down. Like, I don't know, that little thing like that makes me think like this is going to be a fun time, you know? It's like that in every chapter. Oh yeah. Let me know if anybody's checked that out. All right, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. All right. I'm going to talk about this one from the bottom first. I know I said the order didn't matter, but I don't know. I didn't want to end on this one. So, this is a series. It's sci-fi, but fantasy sci-fi, sci-fi fantasy, sci-fantasy, if you will. And this was pitched and recommended in a video from Jimmy at Fantasy Nutwork. Jimmy Nuts, and he just is he's so good at pitching books, and I love the way he talks about books, and I just had to get this one. The first book, Lamentation by Ken Scholes, and the series is called... Ooh, and I did just realize by looking at the back of this, that in my last video, when I talked about series I really wanted to read, sci-fi ones, I should have said Canticle for Lebowitz because I have that, but that's okay. That's all right. I'll make a post-apocalyptic books video. That actually is a good idea. Not just a cap rack, my friends. All right, this series is. I should always look at this beforehand, you guys. Because he probably wasn't sure it was gonna be a series. Well, the books are right here. I'm I'm gonna get them because actually they have cool covers. Chris McGrath made some of them. Okay. Psalms of Isaac it is called. So it's a little mismatched. So the first two books have similar typography and images, but they're different sizes. So this is book 1, Lamentation. Book 2, Canticle. Very pretty covers, right? And then book 3 through 5 have these super cool Chris McGrath covers. So this is Antiphon. Look at that. That's sick. Requiem. I can never say this. It sounds like I'm trying to say some kind of ice cream or heavy whipping cream. Requiem. Why can't I speak? You read it and you know what it says. And the last one, which this one looks sick. It's got like a robot on it with a spear. Get ready for this. It looks cool. It's called Him. Check that out. Oh, yes, sir. So I actually, in Canticle has one of these cool McGrath covers. So I want to find that eventually. But, I don't mind mismatched. I feel like if it's not a brand new series, a mismatched older series, it's a little cozy. A little fun. I like it. But I do want to get, because I love Chris McGrath. He's the man. One of my favorite cover artists. But anyway, let me tell you what this series is about. It sounds very cool. What a treat for you to get to see all those covers. That's how much I care about my beasties, my beast friends. I hope you enjoyed that. All right, so let me tell you what it's about. Lamentation. Here we go. Ancient weapon has completely destroyed the Andro-Francine city of Windwer. From many miles away, Rodolfo, lord of the ninefold forest houses, that sounds cool, sees the horrifying column of smoke rising. He knows the war is coming to the Namelands. Near to the desolation, a young apprentice is the only survivor of the city. Nebio sat waiting for his father outside the walls and was transformed as he watched everyone he knew die in an instant. I wanted to do that with my left hand, but I can't snap with my left hand. I'm 41 and I can't snap with both my hands. Back to Lamentation. All right. To the south, Patronus, the hidden pope of the Andro-Francine order, also sees the column of devastation. He knows he cannot turn away from his order any longer, and within sight of Windward sits Sethbert, the overseer of the Antrolusion city-states, gloating over what he believes is the triumph of his plan to dominate the Namelands. At his side, though, is Lady Jin Litam, her father's pawn in the game of statecraft, but destined to become her own queen on the board. Soon, all the kingdoms of the Namelands will be at one another's throats as alliances are challenged or collapse, and the hidden plots of many powers are revealed. So it's got a very political, religious, like Game of Thrones, like that. And it seems like a dark world, but it's like a mix of sci-fi and fantasy with almost a fantasy medieval feel. But then there's technology and magic and technology. I said it twice because it's important. That's what makes it sci-fi and why it can be on this list. But yeah, Jimmy loved this, and I'm really excited to read it. These are awesome looking books. So yes, they are. Okay. Down to the last couple. All right, so next up, we've got a couple left. And I'm not sure if I showed this in my sci-fi. I need to read where I showed main sci-fi, more popular ones. I feel like I had this out, and I don't remember if I still showed it in that or if I saved it for this. So I'm just going to talk about it real quick anyway, because it needs to be talked about. So Tim Hawken is a cyberpunk indie author that I really want to read. He has this beautiful book, Thrill Switch, that I want to read because I did a reading vlog on Killware. Look at that cover. It's 100 pages where each page has 100 words, and it has illustrations in it, and it just told a very cool detective story in the cyberpunk world. I really enjoyed it, and this is set in the same universe world but it is a different story, different characters, and look at that cover. I'm excited to read it. I don't know if this has illustrations in it as well. I don't think it does. Nope. But anyway, this, I'll tell you what it's about. It's a cyberpunk thriller set in a future Las Vegas. There's a detective. Her name is Ada. And there's kind of, her father was murdered. The murderer was found guilty, put in prison, but bodies start showing up that are very similar to the murder of her father using a VR. So in the, what's it called? Metaverse, they killed him. So she's like, what's going on? Is this a copycat? Is this connected to the murder in prison? So she has to revisit her father's murder. She's trying to solve it, and it just sounds pretty sweet. So I'm excited to check it out. And finally, this book came out in 2022, right when I got back into reading. It was one of the first books I bought after I found BookTube. Somebody had talked about books coming out that they were excited about, and I had to get it because it was compared as a mashup of Firefly and Guardians of the Galaxy, both of which I love. It is Intergalactic Exterminators, Inc. by Ash Bishop. That's a sweet cover. On the back, there's a big alien blob thing someone's fighting. And I'll tell you what it's about real quick. It says, Russ Wesley finds a mysterious stone in his grandfather's bookstore, not knowing it would attract a deadly alien predator. When a team of intergalactic exterminators is dispatched to get rid of the pest, Russ has no choice but to join their mission. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not sure if it is, if how this book did, if there's a sequel out now or in the works. So I'll have to look into that. But if anyone read this, let me know. The cover was awesome, and the tagline, finding work is easy, staying alive is a little bit harder. That's all I got for you guys. That was a lot of fun. I hope you had a blast. Yeah, it was good. I enjoy just sharing all these books I have with you guys that I have not read yet, and that hopefully you have or you want to read. But just, I love books. I love books. I love them. And it was fun to talk about some lesser known sci-fi books that I have that I'm really excited about, that maybe you haven't heard about, and now you can get on your TBR and want to read a bajillion books just like I do. So thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all taking the time to watch my videos. It means so much to me. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know about this video. Let me know about the books in it, what you liked, what you didn't. If you read any of them, what you liked, what you didn't. Not me, don't talk about what you don't like about me. But the books, if you've read any of them, let me know. Let me know some sci-fi books that maybe people haven't heard of, or that I haven't heard of, that you're excited about. That would be fun. Or just say hello, because I love to talk to you. I love to get to know you, because you're my beasties. We're beast friends, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you came across this video the first time, or you've watched a few and you haven't decided if you want to subscribe, please do. I would love to have you. I would love to have you be a member of the Beasties. I would love to be beast friends with you and get to know you. So please like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow, but most of all, it helps us connect. It helps you know when I have videos come out, and it helps you be a part of this fun thing we got going on here. I'm loving it. So thank you, everyone. I hope you're having a great day, a great week, and until I see you in the next one, devour those TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see ya.